Well, hello, class, and welcome to Church in the Community from Moody Bible Distance Learning. This is your fearless leader, Professor Jefferson Williams, and I wanted to welcome you to week one. One of the things I know about teaching these classes is that it is week one, and if you're watching this on Tuesday, then you're watching it on day one of the class, and you are going to blink your eye, and it's going to be October. And I mean that. It's going to go that fast. And so here's the thing I want to say at the very start of our time together. My goal for you in this class is not for you to download information into your brain or memorize a bunch of stuff and then walk away and not really even remember what you read or why you did the assignments that you did. I'm not so much worried about your grade because you won't remember that in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. You won't. I am actually much more interested in your heart. I am interested in you becoming a more capable and confident person in the context of ministry. Okay, so that is really most about your heart. So that's what I wanted to start off right away and tell you. Every Tuesday, you'll get a video announcement like this, and every Friday, you're going to get an update, an email update, kind of updating you on what to do and what you need to do. But these video announcements are very important to watch because I'm going to be giving you a summary of the assignments and even just a little hint or advice about how to do it the right way, how to do it the best way, and really how to do it my way because I'm the professor and I need to really kind of help you understand what I'm looking for. So it's really important that you watch these videos. So I would ask that you would do that each week. So this week, week one, I want to make sure that you understand this is a 3 credit class, but there's a lot of reading in this class. A lot. And so I'm going to ask that you stay focused on the reading. Do a little bit at a time. Don't save it all up. Don't wait to the end and try to read the whole Keller book or whatever. You know what I mean? Just a little bit at a time because the assignments are going to come out of the reading. And the first assignment, which is not due until week 3, is a theology of shalom. So I'm looking for a 5-page double-spaced essay about how Christian salvation relates to the shalom of your specific ministry context, city, neighborhood, town, where you live. And I love the quote from Jacobson where it says, Shalom is restored fellowship with our Creator, human flourishing, justice, and relational wholeness for everyone. And shalom is unmistakably beautiful. I love that quote. And it's true. And I wanted to tell you personally, in the last couple of years, Romans 12:18, as far as you as far as depends on you, live at shalom, live in peace with all people. And I've kind of been really focusing on shalom in my life. And so remember, shalom is not just peace, but it's wholeness. And Jacobson says it's beautiful. So, how does that relate? How does Christian salvation relate? How does this all relate to your ministry context? And so, what I need is a thesis statement, and then I want you to articulate how salvation, remember, is not just, it is not yet, but it is also now, right? The here and now. And I want to make sure that you understand what you're trying to convey. When you write, make sure that you're writing in such a way that you're conveying your heart. You're conveying your ministry context. This isn't a hypothetical. This is where you are. This is how you're trying to reach people. And how does the whole theology of shalom, how does that shape that? Okay? That's not due till week 3. All right? So you do have a discussion board. We're going to talk more about discussion boards. But Jacobson says in in the 70s of his book that places, particularly like buildings, can have a function of sacred memory, a sacredness in human memory. Okay? So here's the question. Do you believe that the church should use care and expense to make your worship space long lasting and reflective of your values, reflective of the religious values of your faith. And so in this discussion board, what I would like you to do is I would like you to either agree with Jacobson or disagree with Jacobson, but I'd like you to tell me why. And then when you make your responses to at least two other people by Monday, those are due Friday, by two other people by Monday, I would like you, please, not to say, good job, I agree. No, Worthy, you're in college. No, I want you to say, you know what? I don't think you're right. You know what? You haven't considered this side of it. But I want you to do that with mucho grace. Okay? Much grace, much love, much understanding, compassion, and encouragement. But don't just say, I agree. I'm looking for discussion boards that are going to create discussion, right? And I may even go into the discussion boards and cause a little trouble. Maybe. I may stir the pot a little bit. That may be fun. So watch for that, okay? So what I wanted to do in this video, usually these videos are going to be about 4 minutes long. This is going to be much longer. It's the first one, but I want to tell you my expectations. So my expectations, which I think you heard a little bit about at the beginning, here's my first expectation, that this class is not a substitute, nor are any of your classes a substitute for your personal devotions and walk with Jesus. Okay? I want you to make sure that you are not neglecting sitting with the Savior, hanging out with Jesus. Not because you have to, not because you have to write an assignment, not because, you know what I mean? You do know what I mean, because I've been there. I want to make sure that that doesn't cut into your time with Jesus, because that's more important than anything. Okay? Number two, I am much more interested in your heart than your grades. Okay? At the end of the day, it's your heart that's going to make the difference, not your grades. My goal is for everyone in this class to make an A or a B. I think that's completely possible. Okay? Number three, pet peeve. Every professor has a pet peeve. I will tell you mine. This is a college class. I am going to ask that you do college level writing. That means there will be no misspelled words because you have a spell check. I didn't have a spell check when I was in college. I used a dictionary. Spell check. Download Grammarly if you have to. It's free. No spelling errors, no grammar errors, clear, concise writing. Now, if you struggle with that, make sure somebody else proofreads your paper. Okay? I even had a student that really struggled, and he would send me the paper, and I would help him with it. Okay? I'm willing to do that. He was really struggling, and we got him through the class. And that's my whole point, is to get you through the class. I want you to get through the class, and I want you to learn. Okay, so the fourth expectation is Moody emails. Last year, I sent a bunch of emails to a student, and then I finally called her and I said, hey, you're not returning my emails. And her exact response was, oh, did you send it to the Moody email? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh, I don't check that. I never check that. What? You're a Moody student. Check your email. So I will be talking to you. I'll be sending you Moody emails, okay? Through your Moody emails. So make sure to check those. And if I send you an email, I'm expecting you to answer me. Okay? Please, 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 please. Okay? And then the last one. If you have something come up, if something happens, tell me. Please tell me. Because first of all, we want to pray. Second of all, I want to make sure that we can work with your assignments. Now, if you text me a week after an assignment's due and go, hey, can I turn this in? I'm like, no. Don't do that. But if you do beforehand, if you tell me beforehand, I'll bend over backwards to help you, okay? Here's your expectations of me, or it should be. You send me an email, I will answer it. I promise you. Okay? Now, I am going to be doing a maternity leave at the junior high. I'll be the 7th grade science teacher for the next 9 weeks. And so I'll be at school from 8 to 3:30 Central Time. But I have a planned time and I have a lunch. And I can, trust me, if it's an emergency, I can call you back, I can text you back, I can email you back. If not, it'll be after school. And I'm also going to pray for you. I am a okay, so I have an undergraduate degree in psychology. I have a master's degree in marriage and family therapy. I'm a licensed clinical professional counselor, and I was a pastor for 14 years. So I've kind of been there, done that. And if you're struggling with something, not about school, if you're just struggling with something, let me know. Let's talk about it. Last year, a student actually emailed me, and I hooked her up with my wife. And my wife and her had this amazing God thing happen where they were able to mutually encourage each other, and my wife was able to speak peace and hope into her. Yeah, that's what it's all about. So that's really everything. Where are we at? 10 minutes. It's not going to be this long, I promise. Now, you've made it all the way to this point. Every video will have a question of the week. So the question of the week is this. If I gave you a debit card and it's unlimited funds, you can spend as much money as you want to, what concert would you buy front row tickets to? Now, it can be anyone, dead or alive. Anytime period, dead or alive, okay? Now, some people are like, I would love to see Amy Grant. Okay, if you love to see Amy Grant, that's fine. But don't give me the Sunday school answer. Last year I had people say, Zeppelin in 70, man. That's cool. Whatever it is. But just email me as soon as you watch this video. Email me your answer. And with that, week 1 begins. Onward and upwards.